Hi there.
Hi Vincent. First things first, Manchester United away in the next round of the Carabao Cup. That's a good draw for you.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I think it's one to look forward to, and hopefully we'll be able to show the best version of ourselves on the day.
Derby Day on Sunday. Feels like we've been looking forward to that fixture for months.
Yeah, it's been a feature obviously since I joined the club. It's been a long time, and it's also good, I think, for the local area to see both clubs on top in the division. Still a long way for either of us, but it's a good game to be played at this time.
You'll appreciate what a good job John Dole Thomason has done at Blackburn. He came in at a similar time to you. They've done really well this season.
Look, we are where we are for both teams are where they are for a reason, you know. So, but I think now we'll just focus on making it a, we'll try and do everything we can to win the game on the day, and hopefully my desire is for it to be a derby as the fans like to see it, but obviously it's got to be played first.
You've played in 24 Manchester derbies, I think. Can you take that experience and use that on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, your career, your experience is also always something you can carry. You know, we've got some players as well in the team who have lived those games, so that helps as well. But prepare well. That's the key about this type of games. Prepare well, and then on the day, use the momentum of the crowd as well, because it's a home game, and don't try and play the game before it has to be played as well.
It's a massive day. It's important. There's no incidents, no trouble before or after the game.
Yeah, I think the rivalry is there to be played out on the pitch. For us, I think there's the two things we're looking at. We want to get a result, and we want everyone to enjoy the game with the families, with the children, and everyone from both sides getting home safe and healthy.
The crowd have been fantastic all season at Turf Moor. You need that backing again on Sunday.
Yeah, Turf Moor's been a special place this season. It's really it's lived up to expectations, and normally it's the players who have a responsibility to get the crowd going, but I think when it's derby days, I think it's a shared responsibility. You go through a difficult. You never have 95 minutes where you're just strolling through it. It doesn't happen. It's gonna be ups and downs, and when we're down, we'll need the fans to be there for us, and when we're up, we'll try and get the fans going as well. So it's a shared responsibility on derby days.
Thank you, Vincent. Go well. Good luck.
Hi, Vinny.
Hi there.
You've sort of spoken a few times this season about how much you enjoy and relish derbies. What's the sort of build-up been like from your perspective to this one? I know it's your first involvement in Burnley versus Blackburn, but you'll be well versed in derbies generally. Has it felt different this week amongst the group or amongst the sort of wider area? A few more people in here, for example.
Yeah, no, you can obviously sense that it's something that lives, whether it's with the staff members, whether it's with just people you meet in, wherever you go around the area. But for us, it's still the key point for us to be good on the day. I think in these type of days is to prepare as we normally do, and to make sure that we've had enough games at Turf Moor where we've been able to find that little extra spark. So we've just got to make sure we get ourselves in the right conditions before the game.
The timing of this game, obviously, at the moment, it's the top two in the division. It's the last game for a month or so before the World Cup break. Can it sort of set you up if you get the right result and you're flying high, you're into a break, top of the table, and really set the tone for the second half of the season?
But I'd start by saying I think it's true. It's lined up to be, even for the neutrals, a good game. It's always nice to have a derby with two teams that are fighting at the top of the league, and that always increases a little bit the relevance of this game. But then in terms of who's gonna win the league or not, who's gonna be even playoffs, because everything is so tight. I can't imagine for a second that winning or losing this game would change the way the the complexity of the rest of the schedule. There's still so much to be played.
How difficult is it, or not, to sort of manage and stay disciplined in a game like this from a player's perspective, when adrenaline will be perhaps higher than normal, the atmosphere will be a bit higher than normal, and the fans will almost be demanding a full throttle approach? How difficult is it just to sort of stay calm and play the game as you want to play it, from your experiences?
Yeah, it's one of the things you learn to manage over the years, and we'll see. We'll have a test obviously on Sunday. It's you can't. You've only experienced it once the game's gone, and once you're in that game, and but it's one of the things you have to manage in derbies, and try and stay away from chaos, and try and stick to anything that makes you strong.
Have you seen this game before? I don't know if you've come across it, watched it on telly before, or seen any footage of a Blackburn game.
I've seen footage. Yeah. And I understand. Look, we've got a few derbies of our own as well abroad, and they're quite, they've got all the drama, all the ingredients you can imagine for these type of derbies. But once you're on the pitch, though, you've got to be able to have almost your bubble, and you've got to be able to rely on your teammates, rely on the tasks you've been given, and execute. And usually. I find that with time, and I hope that we're at that stage, normally you execute better because everything you do is sharper. But there's so many unknowns in those type of games.
What was your first experience of a derby with Anderlecht? Would that have been against Bruges or Standard Liège? Or
we've got the Classico in Belgium, which was Standard Liège, and then we've got the big game against Bruges as well. And look, I was very young. I was 17, and I was, but I was a part of quite an experienced team, and these guys, they just knew what to do. They knew when to build momentum, when to kill momentum, take the chances when you have them, and be solid. And but it's not one where I've never seen the better players in these games just rush into it. You handle it how you're supposed to handle it as a professional player.
Just finally, on a bit of team news, has Jay Rodriguez been able to train us all this week? Would you expect to see him in the squad on the weekend?
Yeah, he's been in and around, so we'll assess day by day.
And just on the other three, Ashley Westwood, Scott Twine, Darko Chirlinov, I know you sort of hoping that they might have been back before the break, but yeah. Does this break is their schedule going to be different for the three of them?
Yeah, especially because obviously they've all three been in training today, so that's a positive, and they've been able to manage training well, and of course, when you've not played for so long, they still return. They still need some game time in the legs, but hopefully we'll be able to get that done, get that taken care of in pre-season. That'd be good.
Nice one. Thank you very much. All the best for the weekend.
Yeah, thank you.